Gina Radio, the Money Team. We are in the building.
That's right.
Money Nels, Jay Medina, DJ Juanito, and DJ MJ on the set.
DJ MJ, make sure you hit up on Twitter. Is it Miss DJ MJ?
It's at DJ MJ on Twitter, but it's Miss DJ MJ on Instagram.
Okay. Do it one more time, please. For the
at DJ MJ on Twitter. And Miss DJ MJ on Instagram.
Yeah, hit up, man. Any requests and stuff like that, make sure you hit her up. Yeah. It's a good look. She is doing her thing.
Yes.
So you know I grade people.
She's passing so far?
Yeah, she's alright, you know what I mean?
Professional.
You know, all C's right now, a couple B's in some areas, but you know, we're good. No, we're joking.
Hey, be honest, keep it real.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking, baby.
No.
So we have our special guest in the building. Do you want to do the honors?
No, you can do the honors, or he can do the honors.
Yeah, let him introduce himself right now. Who do we have in the building?
Pat Blake.
Okay.
I'm a writer and producer in theater, and I just wrote the book for a hip-hop musical about unjust convictions, and the rapper who wrote the music is named Shael, and he's a rapper from Chicago.
Okay.
Nice. I'm excited about having him here. This is like a first for us. He's different from the other guests that we usually have.
Yes, and this is a hip-hop show, Patrick, so I want you to know that first and foremost. This is a hip-hop audience, but what I do like to do is, I like to go left sometimes because I believe that the listeners, when they think of anybody who's a hip-hop head and loves hip-hop, I believe they only think that the only room in hip-hop is to be a rapper. Maybe a DJ second, and we know which way that can go. A producer third. And even with that, it's never really exposed, so that's why I interview producers too at the same time. But, you know, this is a little bit interesting because what we're doing is, of course, a form of entertainment, which is writing and producing plays.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think people don't know how important it is. One is, you know, I've been to a couple plays in my life, but when I think of a play, I think Broadway.
Mary Poppins and shit?
No, not Mary Poppins. Little Shop of Horror. And
okay.
I think I did a John Leguizamo play one time. I forgot what was the name of it, but it was pretty good. But I'm looking at that as I'm paying the theater $20, $30, $40, $50, whatever it is, and they give a piece of it to the performer, and that's it. I've never looked past it and knew that there was point structure for writers. I guess I want to say royalties, mechanical royalties.
Writers get typically 6 to 8% of the gross.
Wow.
So if your gross is $1 million a week, you get 6 to 8% of $1 million a week.
Nice.
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm about to start writing some shit.
And let me ask you a question, right? Of course, you're producing and writing. How many years have you been doing this?
About 10 years now.
Okay. What brought you to that?
Well, I did it in college. I did theater in college, and I was a regular, boring old fart business guy.
Okay.
And when I hit my middle age, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something fun.
Right.
And so I started thinking about theater, and I started getting into theater and doing the producing side, the money side.
Right.
And then the theater I was involved with downtown, one of the guys there said, "You got to do something creative."
Right.
And I said, "Well, I got a D in my acting class in college, so I guess I'm not going to be an actor.
Yeah.
And I'll be a writer." And so I wrote something, and he looked at it and criticized it and sent me back, and I rewrote it, and that's how I got started.
Well, before we get into the hip-hop musical, which is what we want to talk about.
I want to talk about that on the next break. I really want to, right now, I want to talk about your situation, how you got into it.
Yeah.
And of course, go ahead, Jay.
And I'm just, curious as to the body of work that you've done so far. Like, what are some, other plays
As a producer, the most famous play that I did was called The Exonerated.
Okay.
And it was written by Eric Jensen and Jessica Blank. And it was it was a true story of 6 people who had been convicted of capital murder and turned out to be innocent. And the process that brought about their eventual exoneration.
Right.
And so it was done with court transcripts and interviews and things like that. So were all true stories.
Right.
And then I did a play called In the Continuum, which is about an African woman and an African American woman who find out they're pregnant and HIV positive when they go to the doctor, and how the 2 different cultures deal with women in that situation.
So your work deals with realism, and,
yes,
what I'm saying, things that people could definitely relate to.
Yeah. And it's there. A lot of the stuff that I produce is political plays.
Right.
And so I've done a play The only one that wasn't really political was a play called Play Dead, which we did down in the village this summer. That was written by Teller of Penn and Teller and Todd Robbins, and it was Scary Magic Tricks.
Okay. Yeah, I seen promo for that. Yeah.
We killed an audience member and dissolved their body in acid and brought them back to life at the end of the show.
Crazy, yeah.
Wow, that's exciting right there.
It's
definitely something to see.
It was great fun. It was great fun watching the reactions, and then at parts of the show, the lights were turned out absolutely black. You could not see your hand in front of your face.
Wow.
Except for security, we had people with night vision goggles and things like that. And it's interesting what people will do when they think no one can see them.
What are some of the things you guys saw behind the scenes? Some of the weirder things.
A young lady and her boyfriend were in the front row, and she was entertaining him in ways that
while the thing is going.
Yeah, because it was pitch dark.
I get that in the movie theater.
Oh Lord.
So I had a few things like that.
Oh, okay.
We had a bride came with a bridesmaids party, and she was too scared to stay through the whole thing, so she ran out screaming and intermissions.
Wow. So, to me, you know, again, of course, we work right here in Broadway. We see this. I've been seeing this forever, you know, and I've never thought that in that entertainment field there will be this kind of money. Not money in. I don't look at it as big money. I look at it as great long-term money for writing, producing. Of course, now performances. How do you guys go about picking the right people?
Do you mean cast?
Yeah, casting. Yeah.
There are people called casting agents,
right?
And they've got headshots, pictures of actors on file, and so you come in. I'm doing I've written a short play, which is a short play festival down in the village in June.
Right.
And so I've got 3 men who in their 30s to 50s and 1 woman in her 20s. And so I just say, you know, give me a list of actors that you like.
Right.
And I look at them and say, let's interview these or audition these people.
Oh, okay.
So it's like Nels can't just walk up in there and audition, right? He can't.
You have to have a background. Yeah. I could.
They're open auditions.
Right.
Anybody can walk in and audition, but you wait in line and things like that.
Right. And I know a lot of actors have came out of plays.
Yes.
Like over the years, Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of one thing I did learn over the years was a lot of our great actors now really all came from plays. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them.
And
not
they're
people
going back to it, too. After
right.
they do the movies, they're going back to it.
Theater is performing, and it's performing live.
Right.
So if you're doing a movie, you've got 15, 20 takes.
Right.
And you can get the right performance that you want.
Mm-hmm.
In a play, you're naked out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're performing like you're doing a concert. You know, if you make a screw-up, people are going to,
right.
you know, and there's no second take.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people who are film actors really want to do stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the difference is they don't get paid as much. So.
Right. Wow. This is crazy. So Patrick Blake is in the building. This is G Unit Radio Shades 4-5. Of course, you know I got to let people know that there's other forms of entertainment out there. They can dabble in pretty much. It's an experience to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially even meeting you through my friend Donna. I was like, nah, you got to know about these things because you know there's a whole another animal going on over there that I've never knew about. So this is very big for me having Patty.
And hip hop is tapping into it.
Yes,
so,
yeah,
you know,
yes.
I just went to a reading of a new play that's using Tupac's lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
And people have written beats and music to go under it, but it tells a story about people in the neighborhood and the trials and tribulations of living there day to day.
And it's all Tupac's lyrics from top to bottom.
It's all Tupac's lyrics, yes.
Every performer is saying something from Tupac.
That's dope.
That's crazy.
That's kind of ill.
I gotta see that. I definitely gotta see that. All right, so when we come back, this is G Unit Radio, 1-888 Shade 4-5. If you want to hit us up, MJ, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.